It would be a decent start for Kilmarnock at St Mirren Park. Paul Heffernan denied by Craig Sampson. And shortly afterwards, the excellent Heffernan would go even closer, putting the ball into the back of the net, in fact. But this wouldn't be his 9th goal of the season, as he'd been judged to have been slightly offside. Although Kilmarnock certainly had their doubts over the decision. St Mirren finally got going. A terrific ball into the box from Jerwin Tesselar. The Kilmarnock marking non-existent, and Paul McKeown guided his header into the far post past a furious Kilmarnock goalkeeper Cammy Bell. A free header this from McKeown, the goal coming just after the half-hour mark. Then the big moment of the match, the ball striking the arm of Zdenek Kroca. A big shout for handball, and assistant referee Stephen Allen put his flag up. Kilmarnock furious with the penalty decision, and this a very harsh looking call from the officials. McKeown showed no mercy, putting St Mirren 2-0 up right on the stroke of half time. The Kilmarnock manager Kenny Shiels says he doesn't speak to the officials during the game as he doesn't want to get in trouble with the footballing authorities. So instead, at half-time, we had the slightly bizarre sight of Shiels giving the officials a series of slightly inquisitive looks in the hope of eliciting some sort of response, but none came. In the second half, Paul McKeown continued to torment Kilmarnock. His cross met by the head of striker Stephen Thompson. A great save though from Cammy Bell, and plenty of action for the crowd of over 5,000 to enjoy. And it was a good day for saves, with Sampson flying to his left to keep out Manuel Pascali's long-range drive. But this was definitely not Zdenek Kroca's day. After giving away that first half penalty, Kilmarnock's Czech defender hit the bar with a header from a corner. And it would get even worse for Killie. Great play from Gary Thiel, David Van Zanten with the cross, and Nigel Hasselbank headed home to complete what looked like a great goal for the home side. But Kilmarnock were angry again, claiming that Hasselbank had pushed Momo Sissoko. Cammy Bell would get booked for taking his protests to referee Stephen Finney too far, and the goal stood. Any doubts this wasn't Kilmarnock's day were completely expunged when poor old Kroca hit the bar again. He'd presumably run over a black cat on his way to the stadium. A great result though for St Mirren.
Well, it was a big moment in the match, wasn't it, that penalty award, because it was the difference between 1-0 and 2-0 St Mirren at half-time. What did you reckon?
It's not a penalty for me, you know. I think you can see there's no intent there at all. He's gone with his feet to try and block the ball, and the ball's hit him if anything, and I think it's very harsh. But the linesman's had a great view of it, and he's seen it differently, but I don't see that being a penalty, you know, in my eyes. You'd
have thought the ref had a good view of it as well.
Yeah,
he wasn't too far away.
I think he's, you know, you can see the linesman putting his flag up here when he sees what he sees, but, you know, from my viewpoint, I don't see that as being a penalty.
I think this is what you call a silent protest. Kenny Shiels not able to do anything other than stare out the officials in search of an explanation. He might be waiting for a while.
Yeah, I think he will, but it's frustrating, you know. You see a goal that was marginally offside and you're hitting the bar a couple of times, and it's such a fine line. You come away getting beat 3-0 and, you know, a penalty goes against you. It's such a difficult job and such a fine line between winning a game, losing a game, and, you know, you can understand the frustration.
Can you understand why it was given?
Not really, no, to be honest. Obviously the ball's hit his hand, but other than that, I don't think the circumstances deserve a penalty. And
Kilmarnock at your place, as you said, Tuesday night could be a test because they've done well.
They have done well, you know. They're one of those sides. If they get going and they get to do what they set out to do, then, you know, they'll cause you a lot of problems. And, you know, that would have been a good game there at, you know, at St Mirren, because both the teams play football and both the teams, you know, make you work when they've got the ball. So it's going to be tough for us on Tuesday night. There's no doubt about that. They'll be, you know, smarting after that defeat, so they'll come out all guns blazing, and we'll have to match that.